Hello everyone and welcome back to another World of Tanks console video. My name is Zach, and today we'll be looking at my favorite tank in the game, if you can't tell by that look, the TVP T50/51, the Czechoslovakian Tier 10 medium tank. Now why is this tank my favorite tank in the game? Well, when I first saw it, I believe it was on one of Quickie Baby's replays that someone had submitted, and it was basically the unique 4-round autoloaders, and at that time I'd just become a fan of autoloading tanks because I believe we were just getting them into the game. No, that's a lie. We had them in the game, but I liked the fact that it reloaded so fast. Apologies for the quality and the banners and stuff. This is from my stream, and the reason is also quiet is because I was playing music that night, and YouTube has this copyright issue when you play videos, music's in the background. Yeah, so I can't. Moving on. So TVP full. I think with my crew currently, I have it down to 22. It was like a little bit over 22 seconds, and I run food on it, so it's 21.98, basically 22 seconds. And I like that in my autoloader. Now the autoloader on this is unique. I say unique, but it's the same caliber or same gun, similar to the Soviet medium tanks. I believe they get better penetration. The autoloader is a 100 millimeter, similar to that, so it's about a 320 average damage compared to most. And today, of course, nothing different. Same old, same old. Camp in the middle of the map, trying to get people. And you'll see the chat pop up on the right again, and the banners up top. That this is from a live stream, so I can't. OBS isn't really friendly in splitting stuff up. Oh, enough of that. AT-15 getting spot right off the bat. I say right off the bat, and then I've already been talking for a couple minutes here. So, trying to get a shot on the AT-15. This 4-round autoloader has a potential, I believe, of an average of 1200. And will I be able to get any shots in? Nope. But a Tiger 2 decides to run out. And I track him, of course. But again, one of the reasons I mainly like the TVP is you can empty out the clip. And unlike the Bat Chat that's another autoloader in the game, it's a little bit more flexible or forgiving. If you empty out 2 shots, you still have to wait the same amount of time, but 22 seconds versus I believe it's like 33, 34 seconds on the Bad Chat. I feel like I'm a level more flexible with the TVP. So you're going to see me move around a lot more. I mean, it gets 60 kilometers, I believe, is the top speed of it. I want to say it's 60, but I'm not too sure myself. I know the Bat Chat's a little bit over 60. So mobility is great. Unfortunately, the TVP falls off in the armor, so you'll never be able to block shots. The turret's a little bit trollish. You can get some ricochets. But if anybody aims at your hull, you're automatically going to get penetrated. I'm sorry. Tier 7 light tanks, Tier 8s, they're gonna make you cry. Unfortunately, you can see right away, my team is falling apart. And I kind of feel like this happens quite a bit more nowadays too. This is about, I want to say 2 months ago. Yeah, about 2 months ago that I've had this, and I've been kind of slacking as far as getting the video ready. But enough of that. Centennial, can I get him? Ah, damn you, Centennial. And again, emptying out 3 shots. The interclip. Oh, never mind. I finally got him. The interclip reload, I believe, was like 1.6 seconds, or was it 1.8? I'm not too sure because I'm running vents, vents, coated optics, and what was the last one? Stabilizers? I want to say it's stabilizers. T57 popping over the ridge. That trollish heavy tank autoloader. You know, most people like the AMX 5100 for the mobility, but I still like that T57 just for the trollish. It's another 4-round autoloader. But anyway, so you can see we're trying to even it up. I'm trying to keep my team in the game, but again, when people decide to split up this way, I kind of feel disappointed. You know, you go to the southern end of the map, you gotta at least have some sense in pushing. The north can defend only so much when a lot of your focus for your tanks end up going down to the end. Now in this game, again, trying to push up here, the LTTB still didn't have that reload. Trying to get in there. T57 poking up. A four round 120 millimeter autoloader is quite punishing. So can I help my buddy out up here? You know, it's one of those things where when it's so quiet in the back, you kind of start thinking more about stuff. Anyway, trying to get another shot. Can I get it in here? And I set him on fire. What a good shot. Didn't have to waste a second round. Got the LTTB and the T57 up here. Oh, and never mind. The T57 decided to go, hide? LTTB, that little bugger, man. I give him credit. He was a really good light tank driver. He kept persistent all the way towards the end. Of course, you know, my team is still trying to put up a decent fight. Scorpion G right up on top there. At least I think that's a Scorpion G. Yes, that is a Scorpion G. Trying to poke around and I believe he got shot. This tortoise on a fraction of its hit points. Can I take advantage? Missed the auto aim. One of the things that people always give me crap for is I end up auto aiming a lot of the times in my tanks. And that's out of force of habit. I've got when I drive auto loading tanks because I always feel like it's forgiving. You can empty a shot, and that's from the let's see, the Lycan. I still drive the well not the Lycan but the T71 variant, the T71 light tank, and then it ended up carrying on over to most of my play after that. My style ended up becoming more of a run and gun with auto aim. So my team, we're pretty even here. We're not looking too good. 4 kills. Still trying to hold up here. Um, but as you can see, I'm just trying to help out this grill 15 in the back. I have good view range. He should have good enough view range that we can see whatever comes over the hill. I pulled back simply because I didn't want to go out into the front. I still have quite a few of my hit points, but I don't want to waste it. So Centurion action 10. And a good shot puts him out of the game. Now, one of the things people have to take note on this is when you have the TVP, you know you have a maximum damage of 1200 in per clip. I want to say maximum average damage of 1200. What your normal players will do is take advantage of it. Unlike the bat chat, it has more rounds. So you can feel okay. Well, even if 4 to a clip, I'll just reload, put another 4 in, and you'll still be able to get out that 1200 average. And that's what you should always try to do in the TVP. Don't, oh well, I have 2 more shots. I want to take this. Well, can you afford to do that? That trollish front plate. And most people would be afraid to take that, but I can dump out more shots in the TVP than that waffle can put 2. Of course, he then again missed 2 of his shots and only managed to hit me with 1, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be turning pretty bad right now. Down 2 versus 5. This is seeing all hope is lost. The tortoise on full health. A waffle E100. That LTTB is taking people on the other side. Man, I just kept laughing. It was just funny to see him. And he was on the exact same hit points. He was just on a few of his hit points. So, 1 versus 5. One of those many situations that most people hate being in, especially if you're in a tier 10, because tier 10 meaning that you normally have skilled players on the other team 9 times out of 10. So, what happens after this is simply magical. I like the word magical. It seems pretty right. So taking some cover in the bushes, trying to get some view range out. My view range is actually maxed out in this. Again, I think that's because of the vents, coated optics, and the damn LTTB. Take that. You're gonna have to suffer for a bit. And I didn't go for a reload, even though I knew the tortoise was there. But I was trying not to die by him, and trying to focus between where when you're in this type of situation, where do you think the next tank is going to come from? That LTTB ended up messing up. Instead of waiting with his friends, he pushed by himself and got spotted because he thought his view range was good. So I showed him otherwise, and so did the waffle. So that's 2 out. Coming back, 7 kills, 2 out. That tortoise. At this point, I thought he had the 120. I didn't really check the damage that he was causing. He already decided to fire HE to TVP because I think I only got hit for 200. So at that point, I was like, okay, he obviously either fired HE or using that 20 pounder. 3 rounds, finish him off. Great shot. And then the Tiger 2 decides to give me the freebie of the century by driving straight out in front of a TVP with one more shot in the clip. Bringing my total up to 9 kills. Ladies and gentlemen, is it going to be a heartbreak? I can't say. It's one of those days. But again, I was kind of enjoying it, heart beating. I didn't think I was going to be able to. I thought I was actually going to die to that Tiger too. Didn't think I was going to be able to get around the tortoise that fast, but hey, cool. So, in this situation, last tank destroyer, AT-15. What do you think he can? What do you think he can do? Does he have view range? Well, my TVP has, again, really good view range. And at this point, I believe I got. Sorry about that. I believe at this point, I got spammed with like about 8 different messages. A few of them called me hackers. I don't understand why. And then the trollish version of this 100mm, I swear. Only 1 out of the 4. But the AT-15 hasn't spotted me. My sixth sense hasn't gotten off, so he doesn't even know where I'm at. He's just been going by where he's getting shot from, and at that point, I thought he gave up. I really did. He basically just kept driving forward. AT-15 has very poor view range compared to that of the TVP, and until then, when he was within the circle, and I fought him, I managed to kill him. 10 kills, 1 versus 5 won. Ladies and gentlemen, that is called a Kolobanovs. 7,718 damage. This was during, what was the last op with points in it? I want to say I was doing this for the, you know what, I can't remember. It was one of those earn ops. But 10 kills, 775 assisted, 28 penetration, 7,718 damage, and only detected 1 enemy. I'm pretty sure that was the AT-15. 10 kills, Radley Walters. This is my second ace tanker in the TVP. I actually have another one, but the video quality on that one's actually far lower. But I believe that one was my first ace tanker in that. Pool's metal. I'm actually baffled sometimes when I get this, and it's really, I think this is my 3rd one. It's really cool to have that the Kolobanovs in a tier 10 medium tank. And some people will probably say that's probably easy because it's a TVP. Again, I don't understand. I doubled the damage of the T57. The team itself fell apart pretty fast, but all in all, a good game. It was pretty solid. I did my best. I kept getting congratulated by people. So if you were one of those people, thank you very much. Very cheerful. My heart was beating throughout that entire last moment, and I actually gave up a little bit towards the end. I just decided to rush the tortoise, of course, but managing to pull one of those wins in a tier 10 game, 1 versus 5, I never thought I would get the chance to. So to actually get that ended up being really cool, and it's one of those things I hope I get to do again, and pull off. I could say because I've been in situations similar, but pulling it off is a different story. If you're ever in a 1 versus 5, always try to pick out the tank that comes to you first, and try to get distance. This way, the tank that's faster kind of leads towards you. You can pick them off first rather than trying to deal with all 5 tanks or all tanks, multiple tanks coming at you at one point. The faster tank and the more greedier person will eventually just go for you, and it's easier to take down that person. But that is just from my point of view. You might have a different take because, again, as I was in that game, panicking my ass off, you'll probably be the same. Hope you have the best of luck comparing to that, and enjoy the game. Alright, guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Have a good night.